Welcome friends, join me as I dive deep into Revelation chapter 7 and uncover the secrets hidden within its verses. Revelation chapter 7 is a pivotal part of the biblical narrative, often overlooked but incredibly significant. It's a chapter that bridges the gap between the sixth seal and the seventh seal, and understanding its hidden secrets can reveal a lot about God's plan for humanity. One of the biggest challenges people face when interpreting Revelation chapter 7 is the tendency to get bogged down in the numbers game. Trying to figure out who exactly the 144,000 are, and what's the significance of the four angels standing at the four corners of the earth. But in doing so, we often lose sight of the bigger picture, the context in which these events are taking place. What are your thoughts on the significance of the 144,000? Do you interpret it literally or symbolically? Let me know in the comments below. Another common misconception is the assumption that Revelation chapter 7 is all about the rapture, and that the 144,000 are somehow connected to the church being taken up to heaven. But if we take a closer look at the text, we realize that's not necessarily the case. The 144,000 are from the 12 tribes of Israel, and their sealing is a separate event altogether. What do you think about this interpretation? Share your insights in the comments. Moreover, people often struggle to understand the vision of the great multitude in white robes, standing before the throne of God. Who are they, and how did they get there? Is this a vision of the afterlife, or is it something more symbolic? These are all questions that require a deeper dive into the context and symbolism of the chapter. How do you view the great multitude in white robes? Drop your thoughts below. Then there's the issue of cultural and historical context. Revelation chapter 7 was written in a specific time and place, and understanding the cultural and historical nuances of that era can greatly impact our interpretation of the text. As we delve into the key themes and symbols found in Revelation chapter 7, one thing becomes clear. This chapter is all about hope and redemption. The sealing of the 144,000 is a powerful symbol of God's protection and preservation, even in the midst of chaos and destruction. The vision of the great multitude in white robes is a stunning depiction of the redeemed, worshiping God in heaven. The four angels standing at the four corners of the earth, holding back the winds of destruction, is a powerful reminder of God's sovereignty over the forces of nature. And the earthquake that strikes, causing the sun to become black and the moon to turn red, is a vivid representation of the shaking of the heavens and the earth. How do these symbols resonate with you? Feel free to share in the comments. But what's really interesting is the way in which Revelation chapter 7 speaks to the concept of community and unity. The 144,000 are sealed, not as individuals, but as representatives of their respective tribes. And the great multitude in white robes is a sea of people from every nation, tribe, and language, worshiping God in perfect harmony. What does this vision of community and unity mean to you? Join the conversation below. One of the most profound insights we can gain from Revelation chapter 7 is the understanding that God's plan of redemption is not just for individuals, but for communities, nations, and the entire world. It's a powerful reminder that our faith is not just about personal salvation, but about the redemption of creation itself. In many ways, Revelation chapter 7 is a microcosm of the entire biblical narrative. It's a chapter that speaks to the heart of God's plan, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, always redemption, and always a way forward. And that's a message that's just as relevant today as it was when the book of Revelation was first written. So, how can we apply the messages and insights of Revelation chapter 7 to our own lives? For me, it's a powerful reminder to focus on the bigger picture, to look beyond the numbers and the symbols, and to see the heart of God beating throughout the chapter. How can you apply these insights to your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's break down Revelation chapter 7 in detail. Verses 1-3 read, "After this I saw four angels standing at the four corners of the earth, holding back the four winds of the earth, that no wind should blow on the earth, or on the sea, or on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the rising of the sun, having the seal of the living God. And he cried out with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, Do not harm the earth or the sea or the trees until we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads." This passage sets the stage for the sealing of the 144,000. The four angels at the four corners of the earth represent a global scope, holding back destructive winds to allow for the sealing of God's servants. The seal signifies protection and divine ownership, marking those who belong to God. Verses 4-8. And I heard the number of those who were sealed. 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. Of the tribe of Judah 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Reuben 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Gad 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Asher 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Naphtali 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Manasseh 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Simeon 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Levi 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Issachar 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Zebulun 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Joseph 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Benjamin 12,000 were sealed. The 144,000, with 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel, symbolize completeness and God's covenant people. This number is often interpreted symbolically rather than literally, representing the fullness of God's chosen people throughout history. How do you interpret the significance of the 144,000? Let me know in the comments. Verses 9-10. After these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude which no one could number, of all nations, tribes, peoples, and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, saying, Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb. This vision of a great multitude emphasizes the inclusiveness of God's salvation. People from every nation, tribe, people, and language stand before God's throne, signifying the universal reach of the gospel. Their white robes symbolize purity and victory, and palm branches represent joy and triumph. What does this vision of the great multitude mean to you? Share your thoughts below. Verses 11-12. All the angels were standing around the throne and around the elders and the four living creatures, and they fell on their faces before the throne and worshiped God, saying, Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom, thanksgiving and honor and power and might, be to our God forever and ever. Amen. The scene shifts to a powerful moment of worship, with angels, elders, and living creatures glorifying God. This worship underscores God's majesty and the eternal nature of his reign. Verses 13-14. Then one of the elders answered, saying to me, Who are these arrayed in white robes, and where did they come from? And I said to him, Sir, you know. So he said to me, These are the ones who come out of the great tribulation, and washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. The elder's explanation reveals that the great multitude consists of those who have endured the great tribulation and have been cleansed by the sacrificial blood of Christ. This highlights the redemptive power of Christ's sacrifice and the ultimate victory of believers. What do you think about the great tribulation and its significance? Comment below. Verses 15-17. Therefore they are before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he who sits on the throne will dwell among them. They shall neither hunger any more nor thirst any more. The sun shall not strike them, nor any heat, for the Lamb who is in the midst of the throne will shepherd them and lead them to living fountains of waters. And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. These verses offer a beautiful promise of eternal comfort and provision. The imagery of the Lamb shepherding the believers and leading them to living waters echoes Psalm chapter 23 and emphasizes God's tender care. The assurance that God will wipe away every tear underscores the ultimate end of suffering and sorrow in God's presence. As we reflect on Revelation chapter 7, we are reminded of God's faithfulness and the hope that awaits believers. This chapter provides a moment of pause and assurance amidst the unfolding judgments, emphasizing God's protection, inclusion, and the ultimate victory and comfort in his presence. How does this message of hope and redemption resonate with you? Let us know in the comments. In conclusion, Revelation chapter 7 offers a powerful and hopeful vision of God's salvation and the eternal joy that awaits his people. By examining the symbolism and understanding the broader message, we gain deeper insights into the book's profound teachings and its relevance for our lives today. Thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts or insights on Revelation chapter 7, be sure to leave them in the comments below. For more in-depth explorations of biblical texts, check out our other videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Also, visit our Facebook page for timely news about events taking place in the world related to Jesus, end times, and the rapture. May God's blessings be upon you always.